Welcome back, KDM fans. Today's a big day for this bike and myself because as of today I have 100 hours on it. Where is it? 100.3 hours on this bike. First, I'm going to talk about the bad things about the bike. You've seen my video before where my bike is falling apart. Well, that was sort of a joke on my part because I forgot how much maintenance is actually you need to do on a dirt bike, keeping everything tight and going over the entire bike after every ride or second ride. That was all on me. No bike is perfect. I don't care what bike you have, none of them are perfect. But as for bad points in this bike, I haven't found one honest complaint, things that I really do not like about this bike, other than, and it's not the bike's fault, is you have to spend money to get them to perform the way they should. Like get rid of, desmog it or uncork it, whatever you want to call it. I know they're two different things, but I've only done the uncorking and I'll get to that in a minute. But I have nothing to complain about this bike whatsoever. After 100 hours, that's still the same front tires from the day I bought it. It needs to be replaced. I've got a new one. I took the ugly reflectors off and put on the WP's decals. I think it looks prettier this way. I'm on my second back tire. I'm kind of hard on tires. What you don't see is a lot of me doing wheelies on the street. You see some, but not nearly as much as I do. So that's the second tire. It's a Moto Z Tractionator Desert. It's hard compound, not the best for the street, but does it ever hook up on dirt? The other thing is I put these mirrors on. I've dumped it 2 or 3 times. Luckily they just bend in. They're cheap eBay Enduro mirrors, cheap as I could find. I put on the Graves. I love it. I ran without the spark arrestor in there and it was just too noisy. You needed to wear hearing protection. And from what I've heard from Takamoto, where I got the Graves and I got the AIM Taipan ECU, is I can pull this in out, doesn't matter. I do not have to add fuel with my map switch, but I leave it in just because you don't gain any power, you don't really lose any power, nothing that I've noticed. And I'm not racing, I'm not running a time clock or on a dyno. So if you think you can feel the difference, you're a better man than I am. Next thing, this Enduro Plate. And this signal light, brake light, running light, and license plate cover all in one light. Love it. Gets rid of those ugly signal flappy thingies back here. Flips up. I've had one question, or somebody questioned it, sorry, if it flops around when I'm riding. There's some pretty strong magnets in there. I've only ever heard it once, maybe twice, flip up, but I knew what it was. After every time I wash the bike, this is every time, you're gonna have different opinions, that's fine. But because this is an O-ring chain, all you're really doing is stopping it from rusting. So after I pressure wash the bike, run some WD-40 on there, gets rid of any existing water, the chain's flawless. That's a sprocket after 100 hours. And that's lots of wheeling. And wheeling and clutch ups is hard on a sprocket. And there's the front. Starting to hook a little bit, but nothing I'm concerned about. Kept the bike fairly clean. I've got a secret to getting rid of all the black marks and the scuff marks, but I'll tell that in a different video. This switch here, I absolutely love that map switch. It's an option with the ECU. You can program traction control, 5 different maps, 5 different traction controls, a launch control, and you can add fuel, your low, medium, and high, to all 5 of your maps. Map 1, which is their race map, it's like the bike is on crack. It's too touchy off of, off idle. So I'm running map 3, it tames it down a little bit. You still get all your power. And I'm running level 5 traction control. It really makes a difference when you're on the dirt, you know, yeet yourself into a tree or off a rock cliff. and you still have all your power when you need it. Forks, front forks, absolutely flawless. No leaks anywhere. Once or twice I've gone through and I've let the pressure out here and here, loosen them off. I haven't heard any pressure come out of there, which means they're not leaking. Same as a back shock, no problems there. Put this wheel on. I don't know if you can tell. Oh yeah, you can tell. You can see how far that wheel rides up that little flap there, the shock protector, and it keeps it away from the swing arm. Go back, look in my archives and my videos to see the install and where I got it and what it does. But after 100 hours, I checked the valves once at I think 35, 40 hours. They were bang on. I've never adjusted them since. Never seen the need to. It starts fine, runs awesome. It doesn't have any more tick than KTM engines normally do. And according to the mechanics, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I've done my oil changes religiously every 15 hours, give or take a couple minutes. Except for when I sank the bike. I drove it home. I should have taken a picture of the oil. It looked like milk. I drove it home, I dumped that oil. I put in a brand new filter and some cheap oil. Ran it for 15 minutes. No, that's not going to hurt the engine. I dumped that oil, put in fresh oil and a filter, ran it again. Still had a little bit of milk in there. It looked like milk, but it's actually just water mixed in with the oil, so it looks like milk. Dumped that, new filter, new oil, and I've been running it ever since. And if you look, I'm 13 hours on that last oil change. I don't know if it's going to show, but no more water, no more milk looking in the oil. It's starting to turn a little bit black, but I know I've got a couple hours left before I change oil again. I'm running the Mortex KTM, I forget what, a 1050, whatever they recommend. And I'm running factory KTM filters. Say what you want about oil, but there's a reason that KTM recommends that specific oil. Is it worth the risk? No. Oil is cheap. That's just my opinion on this. So I hope you enjoyed this 100-hour review on my KTM 500 exc-f with the, oh, and I also have the reedless air boot installed in here. It makes the noise a little bit louder because you have intake noise now, but as far as performance goes, it took maybe a little bit off the bottom end, but not enough to notice, but you sure gain it on the top end once you get those RPMs up. So you mix that air boot, reedless air boot, that AIM ECU, this Graves exhaust with the spark arrestor in, and that map switch, and you start doing this. You've seen my videos before. You better hang on to something, because you can turn on you in a hurry if you're not ready for it. But if you want to drive nice and smooth, it still does that quite well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying all my other videos. I'm enjoying putting them out there for you. I'm going to keep doing this as long as you guys keep watching them. Please leave a comment below what I did right, what I did wrong, what you want to see. That's it for now. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. Oh, I want to show you one more thing before I forget. This is the latest and maybe the last. I might add a bigger tank on it because with those engine mods, the muffler and ECU, it's a lot harder on gas when you start doing this. I've really noticed a difference. Still totally worth it. So I might put a bigger tank on this winter. But the other thing I did, and the only reason I did it, is I bought the bike brand new. It only came with one key. And no matter what I did, how hard I tried, I could not get a spare key. So this is what I've done. Turn the switch on, see? Keys in my hand. Nothing in the ignition. Still got headlight, tail light, brake lights, signals, everything works. That's how you shut it off. I'm not going to explain what it is because if the wrong person gets a hold of this, you know what can happen. But if you Google it, you can figure out what I did. This is just my house keys now. Good place to hold it so I don't lose them when I'm on the trail, because normally you're in riding gear, you don't have any pockets. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my video series. I enjoy making them for you guys. Please keep watching, like, subscribe, comment below. Enjoy your day. Go out and get some. Kate, I'm out.